Good morning, everybody. Today we'll discuss regarding personality. Sometimes we hear the comments like, "Look at that young man. What a good personality he has." This indicates that personality is a thing or quality that we possess. But it is very difficult to explain personality. Personality includes all the behavior patterns like cognitive, subjective, subconscious and unconscious activities. It is dynamic and in process of ever changing and modification. It gives a person all those which are needed for his adjustment with his environment. Thus, personality may be defined as a unique quality of a person that is constantly evolving and changing his behavior pattern as a result of interaction with his environment. Personality should not be equated with character. Character is the ethical concept. It represents the moral estimate of an individual, but personality is more comprehensive that encircles the character. Character is a constituent of one's personality. Again, temperament and personality are different attitudes. Temperament implies to emotional disposition. This is the affective side of one's personality. Personality should be differentiated from ego, the individual self. From the psychoanalytic view, ego is a small part of one's total personality. So personality is a whole, whereas ego is a part of it. Again, personality should be differentiated with trait. Trait is an underlying disposition of personality that constitutes the emotional, cognitive, and behavioral tendencies. Traits are relatively permanent and relatively consistent with general behavior patterns that an individual exhibits in many situations. Though by traits we mean behavior, but all behavior do not point to traits. When a person displays any particular behavior again and again in varied situations, then his behavior becomes the trait of his personality. So, any behavior displayed very often is called the trait of one's personality. If a person behaves honestly in various situations, then he is labeled as honest, and honesty becomes a behavioral trait of his personality. There are various personality theories or theories of personality. They are type theory, trait theory, developmental theory approach, self theory, learning theory. Type theory. According to this theory, somatic structure, body fluids, behavioral characteristics are the constituents of personality. Hence, personality is classified according to these constituents. Hippocrates classified personality in respect of four humors or body fluids. He designated four humors as blood, phlegm, yellow bile, and black bile. And accordingly, he described the personality, sanguine personality, which is responsible with blood, phlegmatic personality related with phlegm, choleric personality related with yellow bile, melancholic personality related with black bile. Tesmer, another psychologist, he also followed the type theory and considered the body structure as the constituent of personality. According to him, the classification related with fat body, which he termed as picnic personality, and balanced body, which he termed as athletic personality. Another is leptosomatic personality, which indicates lean and thin body. William Jung, another psychologist who advocated for behavioral characteristics in the classification of personality. According to him, there are two types of personalities. One is introversion and extroversion. Now the trait theory. The trait approach theory tried to describe personality in terms of traits. Cattell advocated about surface traits, common traits, and unique traits, and identified 16 factors as building up of personality. In the theory of developmental approach, the developmental approach tries to describe personality from a developmental angle. Sigmund Freud adopted this approach and proposed that there are three mind levels: the conscious, the subconscious, and the unconscious, that operate to shape personality. Besides this, he believed that the anatomy of our personality is built around three unified and interrelated systems, which he called id, ego, and superego. He also held that sexuality is at the core of human behavior. For the development of personality, according to him, the child has to pass through 5 psychosexual stages, and he named them as oral, anal, phallic, latent, and genital. According to self theory, Carl Rogers' self theory holds personality as function of the interaction between the organism and the self. He linked personality with the development and maintenance of the self concept and the attempt to achieve the ideal self. Now the learning theory. Dollard and Miller, in learning theory of personality, attempted to combine learning theory with psychoanalytic theory and viewed personality as a function of drive reduction. We can only have the estimate of personality as the true measurement of one's personality is not possible. This assessment can be made through a variety of techniques like observation, situation, tests, questionnaire, personality inventory, rating scale, interview, and projective techniques. A personality indicates the person's reality, hence, we know about a person through his personality. Thus, we can individualize a person. This is the sole guide to homeopathy. Today, up to this, thank you all.